What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning into another edition of On the Road to Victory. I'm your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a great Sunday. It is game day, baby. Looking to go 5-0. Oh my God, I'm ready for this game. I get so tired of every year. Always so much confusion as to why this team is not, playing at 100%. They're not Hall of Famers. Everybody's not the best coach ever in their first 2 weeks. Patience, understanding development of certain players, allowing coaches to find out even who they are. Wow, it's insanity. So I'm ready to see a tough matchup here in week 5, Eagles, Broncos. And look, this team, they have their issues, but they're still the best team in the NFL. And your opponent here has a great defense. You've got an up-and-coming offense with some real good weapons there. A smart coach who is going to bring his A game. Really looking forward to all these matchups. We talked about the top matchups of this game. Very excited. Talked about would Kelee Ringo get that start over Adoree Jackson, even with Jackson healthy? And the answer is yes. Looks like Kelee Ringo will be starting today. So we get that. And then the game inactives. No Mac McWilliams here, so really putting some stock in there, hoping that Ringo shows up, shows out, and hopefully Jackson stays healthy if he is needed or called upon. And then you have Drew Kendall, the center, also inactive, and then newly acquired Xavier Gibson inactive for this one. Sam Howell will be that emergency quarterback. And then for the Broncos here, you've got nothing too crazy. We talked about their injury report. So McLaughlin, Robinson, Crum, Savion Jones, and then Sam Ehlinger, their emergency quarterback there. So you can see the game inactives. Both teams healthy. They've got some guys on IR. Yeah, but that's the way the NFL goes. So next man up. And I'm ready to see this Eagles team go out here and show the world they're the best, but most importantly, show themselves that they are the best, because we know who we are and we know there's been issues, but I promise you we're going to be just fine. So let me jump over here to the comments and see what's rocking and rolling. A good morning to you. Hope all of you sickos had yourself a great weekend. Been a wild weekend for me. Just ready to see some Eagles football. Going to do my best to just lock in, and appreciate you all. Joe, my man, little G, all of you, hope you're having a great day here. Great weekend. Liz, let's effing go. Appreciate that super chat. All of you guys, hope you're doing well. Yesterday was just too crazy. JC, appreciate you tuning in. Let's effing go Birds. Hope you guys are pumped up. You guys know I got a lot going on right now. And the Eagles, they are a great source for me to help me not necessarily escape, but the Eagles for me brings my family together, right? So it's something that I know you guys, as part of my family, you know what I'm putting down. So let's pick it up. Let's get excited for this game. Let the Eagles help as much as they possibly can in our personal lives, right? I always laugh about that because the Eagles have probably done more damage in my life than, anything else. So, wow. But you guys, I love you. Can't thank you enough for all the support you do. This week, we went over everything, as always, behind enemy lines. There were no practice squad elevations again this week, so no video on it. But we went over Friday game status report. We talked about, what we had here. Dallas Goedert's ready to rock. Looks like Lane's ready to rock. So we'll see. But I think, for me, we all know what we have here. And people calling to fire. You did this last year. Those same people, you wanted Vic Fangio fired. You know how stupid that is, right? So let's stop letting the Elliott Shore Parks, the media people of this world, lock everybody up and make them look so stupid. Because by the end of the year, you're going to be the biggest Eagles fans ever. Just like we told you last year, wait till we win the Super Bowl. We'll see you then. But let's not make these people wait like that. Imagine missing all of last year. One of the greatest seasons I've ever encountered, and the best Eagles team I've probably ever seen. And people were talking about trading all the players, firing the coaches, the GM. What? And that's the best Eagles team I've ever seen. Got to watch out for that media out there, man. They'll get you. So I'm going to keep doing what I do and show you why they are the best team in the NFL and why I think they're going to win. And we did that this week with the Broncos, a great defense. We got to protect the quarterback. We got to allow Jalen Hurts. And, you talk about Pat Surtain and Riley Moss and McMillan there. They got some good corners. They got good safeties. Safanga's back there. So they got talent, but they play a lot of man coverage. And we got man beaters. We got A.J. Brown. We got Devontae Smith. Hell, Jahan Dotson's out there. Dallas Goedert. So let's do some work, especially someone like Goddard, Dotson in the middle. When you got guys like Singleton, Shenad covering people, this is where the Eagles can attack. And I don't care that, they're good defense. I don't care. Run the ball right at them. Run it down their throat. Don't make yourself one-dimensional, but allow yourself to get this passing game going against a great defense. Imagine Jalen Hurts goes out here, throws for over 200 yards. You have A.J. Brown having a 100-plus yard game, gets a touchdown, and everybody's changing their tune. Oh, the greatest team ever. Yeah, we know. You've been sleeping on the wrong one, so wake up before it's too late. And this team obviously knows that. They know they've got to work on things. This offense has had its issues. And on defense, you see there's times, the tackling is, there's coverage breaks. There's things that are going to happen where, what do we talk about? Once you become a unit, once everyone's on the same page, you got a lot of new pieces. You got a lot of young pieces that have been here, but new roles, right? So once these people start gelling, once you're able to just react rather than having to think and then react, that split second will make a difference. And just like we talked about last year, let's stay patient here. So the offense, a little stagnant. The first 3 games, second half team, we did that all last year. Then we go out, we're a first half team last week, and then you struggle in the second. Okay. But this defense not allowing points in the second half, that's something that doesn't change, and I love it. So let's continue to build on these good things that we do see and we know that are there. It's not like this team's bad and, AJ's got to be traded and this Hurts doesn't. It's just these narratives. Every week the goalpost moving. Drives me insane. So the Eagles, that's not even important, right? That shouldn't matter. All that outside noise should not matter to them. But to them, they really need to come together and show themselves. That's the most important thing. They are who they thought they were, and that's the best effing team in the NFL. So let's go out here and show that today. And, you got yourself a Broncos offense that 2 tough runners, so you better be able to tackle. Dobbins and Harvey's, they're going to pound the rock. So, take that away. Put it in the hands of Bo Nix, a talented young quarterback, but he makes mistakes. And, you've got a great offensive line, not giving up sacks. I don't care. Get pressure anyway. We talked about their weakness in the center. Wattenberg the center. Let's get Carter. Let's get Davis, a Jomo, Young, somebody pounding it in the middle. Then allow those edge guys to get theirs. No Nolan Smith. Okay, Jalix Hunt, Zadarius Smith, Josh Uche. Somebody step it up. Maybe Ojulari. He's active today. So we'll see, man. There's a lot to be had here to see from this team. I'm going to be watching a lot of things, and I hope to see those improvements that we talked about all week. And post-game, we'll talk about, if I did see those and how I feel about this game, win, lose, or tie. I'm going to bleed green until I die, but that's going to depend if I'm happy or sad or mad, or we'll talk about all of it. So I'm going over to my pops, and then I'm going to make the post-game show when I get home. So maybe around 5 o'clock, we'll have the post-game show. We'll talk about what we saw. We'll have victory Monday tomorrow. We'll break down all that stuff. We'll talk about what's coming the next week. And we'll, of course, have Behind Enemy Lines right on Tuesday, right back at it, talking about the Giants, talking about this team continuing to build on that undefeated season, right? Let's stay confident. Let's stay positive. This team is going to be who they are and not make stupid mistakes. That's no penalties, no turnovers. We haven't been turning the ball over. That's great. So let's get rid of stupid penalties. Let's get all on the same page and, just a culmination of everything we talked about this week. And this team's going to win. That's all we need to see, man. Nothing crazy. So you guys can let me know how you feel about this game. Let me know your score prediction, player of the game, maybe your favorite matchup. Maybe it wasn't even one we talked about the other day. But whatever's on your mind, I'd love to hear from you. I got to get rolling out here. I got to do a few things before I travel. And then got to try to lock in, get ready for this damn game. Oh, I really do. It's 11:45. So I love you guys. I hope you're all ready. Thank you again, Liz, for that super chat. Thank you again to all of you for taking the time, tuning in. Maybe you're watching this a little later. Maybe you're watching this after the game. Maybe you're watching this a couple weeks from now. I don't know. But I appreciate you. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And you guys know it doesn't have to be about the Birds. You ever need anything, Always here for you guys as you are for me, but almost an hour away. Let's effing go. Let's beat some Bronco West, baby. But either way, I'm going to see you guys after the game. Remember, I got to travel first, or maybe I'll just make it there, but I never have service in these damn places, so it drives me nuts. I don't even have service at home, so who cares, really? But the Eagles, let's go whoop some Bronco ass. Please and thank you. But ladies and gentlemen, all I have for you here this morning. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, hit that like button, share this bad boy, subscribe, hype this video up, whatever you can do to support the channel. I appreciate it and can't thank you enough. But until after the game, I am Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You all stay safe out there, and as always, say it with me, sickos. Go Birds!